Welcome everybody, Butchie here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can make leader stats. So, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I've got this basic button here. Let's say I want to make a leader stat for how many times I've pressed this button. First, let's just make a script. And this is going to be for the leader stats. So just name that leader stats. What this script is going to do is it's going to insert a leader stat into the player. So at the leaderboard you'll have a leader stat. So first we want to know when a player has joined the game, so we can insert a leader stat. So we can just say game.players, player added, connect function, and we'll just say players so we know what player has joined. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new variable, local leader stats equals instance.new folder, and then we're going to say leader stats.name equals leader stats, all non-capitals, and oh oops, I accidentally put one equals too much, and then we're going to say leader stats.parent equals player. So this is going to put it in the player when it joins over here. But now this won't actually do anything because we don't have a value to display. So we can just say local. You can call it whatever name you want it to be here. So I'm just going to say presses equals instance.new int value. I'm going to say presses.name equals presses. You can name this whatever you want, but the leader stats is important that you have it non-capital so it's easier to reach later. And then you're going to say presses dot, oh oops, I messed up here, dot name, and here we say presses.parent equals leader stats. So that's really all you need for the leader stat itself. So when we play now, you should see that a leader stat has appeared called presses because that's what we named them. Right now there won't be a lot to do with the leader stat because we're not actually changing the value anywhere. So you can actually do this wherever you want, but I have this button as an example, and I can just make a script in the button to change the leader stat. We're gonna say dot mouse click, connect function, and once again we're gonna need the player. Once again you can do this with anything you want, but I'm just using the button here. So we can just say player. We don't actually have to check here for wait for the leader stats, because if the player has pressed it, that probably means that his character is already loaded. So you're going to say dot leader stats, and it's important that you type it exactly as you named it in the leader stats here. So non-capitals, and that's exactly how we called it here. And then we're going to go player.leaderstat.presses. That's how we named the int value. Dot value plus equals 1. So that's a pretty easy script. You can change this in any way you want with any leader stats. You can have as many leader stats as you want, but if you're gonna have too many leader stats, it's just gonna fill up and you can't really do anything with that. The leader stat has appeared and we can press the button and it will go up. Now let's say you want to have another button that has a different leader stat value that you can only change using that first leader stat. So when we open that, we're just gonna have the same script here, but we're gonna say if player.leaderstat value is more than, and let's say how many would we need to rebirth. Let's say 10. Then we're gonna go more than or equals 10, so it can also be 10. Then, so this means that the player stat is more or equal to 10. So what we now can do is we can say player.leaderstats.presses.value. You're gonna say minus 10 because that's the cost of it, and I don't know why that's not, oh yeah, minus equals 10. But then we're gonna have another value called rebirths. So that's really easy. We just copy this script, put it down here, name it rebirths. Oh, I can't spell. And then we're gonna say player.leaderstats. You know, let's make a variable for that. Let's say leaderstats equals player.leaderstats. Oh yeah, I forgot the local. We can copy this and put that just over here. I'm gonna say leaderstats.rebirths.value plus equals 1. So that's another really simple script that checks if you have enough presses for the second button. So if we see here, we can't actually press that right now. And we're gonna head over to this one, press it one time, still not enough. So we're gonna make sure we have 10. And now we get 1 rebirth. So that's leader stats in under a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed. If this helped you out, make sure to leave a like or maybe subscribe if you want more Roblox Studio tutorials. So yeah, as always, I'm just gonna go. See ya!